Hey, good morning and welcome to all Iyun Mishna. Here we're learning today Sheviis Perek Sheni, Mishnah Zayin and Ches. I have an interesting idea to talk about. We've been talking about, again, a lot of my ideas are based on previous Mishnayos because this is one Masechta and it's a continuation of previous Mishnayos. The interesting Mishnah, the Mishnah Zayin says, always about Dochan, that Prague and Ve'ashum Shemin, Sheishrish Levnei Rosh Hashanah, Mizashon L'Shavar, Mutar B'Shvius, an interesting Mishnah seems to bring a din that really has nothing to do per se with Shemitah necessarily. It has to do with all Trumas and Maishos, and this din continues in the Mishnah Ches also. There are certain things, even though normally fruits go after, and Trumas and Maishos go after Chanata, when it emerges in the tree. Yerakos, vegetables go after Lakita, when you pick them from the ground. And wheats, they love on, or cereal grains and olives and things like that, those would go after a third of their growth. And those are the three categorizations we have in determining when Shumos and Maishos, or it would be what year to categorize it, right? If it would be the first and second year, it would be Meiser. First, second, fourth, and fifth, it would be Meiser. Sheni, it would be third and sixth Meiser Ani, and Shemitah, a seventh year produce, has Kedusha Shemitah, you can't really benefit from it. Why does it bring it over here? And it's seemingly a fourth category we never found out about, that it depends on Hashrasha when it takes root. Something takes root. These five things, or in Mishnah Ches mentions 6 things, including Mishnah Ches. These things are based on Hashrasha. Why now? Why in the middle of Sechas Shemitah? This is really relevant to all produce, Shuas and Maishos, and these things would seemingly be a type of cereal grains. Most of these things, sesame seeds, rice is similar to wheat. These things are very similar to grain, which would be shlish. Heviu shlish. Why new categorization of hashrasha over here? So I'd like to say that it's not talking about all chumas and mice. It's not talking about other years. We're dafka talking about only Shemitah over here. That's what the Mishnah says. We're only talking about the 6th year going into the 7th year. That's the 1 year we're talking about. Normally, in terms of chumas and mice, every other year, it goes based on Heviu shlish, like normally other cereal grains, a third of their growth. Here it's different. Why is it different over here? Because, like we said, all the Mishnayos are going according to Rabbi Akiva. And Rabbi Akiva holds what? Rabbi Akiva holds that the Isser of Tosefes Shemitah is what? Is planting, is the Zriya. The Zriya is what Asr Tosefes Shemitah. And that's basically the idea of Tosefes Shemitah. You can't plant anything or work anything that would help something grow during Tosefes Shemitah from Shavuos before the 7th year, or from Pesach, or 30 days, or whatever it is. It goes based on the planting, the Netiya, the Zriya. That's what Rabbi Akiva is saying. Certain things, it's not considered planted until it takes root, right? The Zriya, when you put a seed in the ground and you cover it with dirt, certain things, it's considered significant enough just planting it, but certain things are not. These things are not kosher things, they're not important things, they're not valuable things. Until they take root, they have no value. Akiva is saying, in these things we go by Hashrasha, we go by after taking root. So if the Hashrasha happens before Rosh Hashanah of Shemitah, it's considered last year's produce for Shemitah. And along with that, we can't say half a din that for Shemitah it's called not Shemitah fruit, for Shuz and Maishos it is called, for example, we take Hashrasha, we take root during Shemitah, so we call Shemitah produce for Shemitah, but last year's fruit based on Zriya. Wouldn't say that. So all these things are only nafkamina for Shemitah, and based on that we relegate the laws of Shumas and Maishos based on Shemitah. And these things are not kosher, they're not important, and so therefore it's not considered Shemitah fruit until it takes root during Shemitah, planting it. Even though Rabbi Akiva normally holds you go by the Zriya for Shemitah, here he goes after the Shasha. We mentioned according to Rabbi Shmuel, he would say, of course, he also holds a concept of Shemitah, but he only holds planting something before Shemitah when it can take root during Shemitah. If he goes after the Hashrasha, we explain, he has to be molded of a concept of Shemitah, based on the concept that Halacha Eser and Atios is the only heter to do during Tosefes Shemitah. Other things are mutter during Tosefes Shemitah as long as they take root before Shemitah. If they take root during Shemitah, maybe we according to Shmuel. This is Mishna is according to Rabbi Akiva, Stama. We don't paskin like, but anyway, that's the word for today. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.